Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with Golden Opportunities Coaching. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. We've crossed over into 500 subscribers. Please celebrate that with me. We're halfway to 1,000, which is where we can start giving some money to charity. So please, if you know someone that you think might benefit from listening to or at least subscribing to this channel, please encourage them to do so. If you are struggling with the formulation of better friendships, this is an audio for you. We have over 470 audios on a variety of topics. In any event, if you're looking to structure your friendships in a more conducive and positive way, I work with people on that particular task and others on a regular basis. So the best way to reach out to me is either through Twitter at PO Perception, or we can connect through my website, which is in the About Me section of this here YouTube page. So a good friend or a best friend, what qualities are they going to have? The first one that I think is central is humor. So understanding humor and being able to relate, not take life so seriously, is essential to the development of a meaningful relationship. Partially because, man, life can be, I won't even say it is, but it can be really, stressful and really uncomfortable and really just unnecessary to a degree when people are kind of trying to get to a different place where things are a little bit out of sorts. When you need to have an emotional state change, humor is a great way to do that. If you don't have the ability to have humor, how does one really get to a meaningful level? And at the end of the day, when we get to a place where we don't understand um, how to kind of go in a positive direction, we can sometimes use humor to reset ourselves. And it's super easy to do because it only takes a few seconds. Next is they'll support our goals but also help us make goals. A best friend, a good friend, a person who has long-term impact on our lives is a person who looks at our life and says, hey, here's what I see you're trying to uh, kind of accomplish. Here's what I see you're trying to do, and I support this, and here's the easiest way to get there. They'll kind of strategize with you. They're the person who, if we were playing a game of Risk, they're going to go, here's the moves you need to make to take over the world, right? So, it's kind of a mental world domination sort of thing in a really unique and fun way, because it's the realization that sometimes we don't necessarily understand that we may be making life harder on ourselves. And a really good friend is going to be able to help us do less of that. The next is they're completely honest. Now, complete honesty is one of those really difficult and sometimes overwhelming things. On one hand, we all claim that we want people to be honest with us. On the other hand, though, we really want people to be soft but honest when we can receive it. So a good friend's honesty is the honesty that's like, you need to hear this even though it's going to be uncomfortable. I'll rephrase things if I need to, but here's where you really are, and here's what you need to focus on. When you begin to understand that a good friend has the responsibility of being honest but sensitive, then you begin to understand the value of that friendship, because when they can do that well, you are on your way to having something more meaningful in the long run. The next thing is they put time into the relationship. Now, obviously, people's schedules in 2021 and in the last, let's say, 15, 20 years have gotten really, really crazy. There's more places to be, there's more things to do, there's more television to watch, more music to listen to than ever before. And so people have to be really diligent with their time and value relationships in a meaningful way. Now, the challenge with that is ultimately learning how to do that in a way that makes sense. But a good friend is going to prioritize time with you as the way in which you know, as a way in which things can balance out, and understand that without putting good time into a relationship, then the relationship will begin to falter, and they understand that they don't want that to happen, so they become dedicated to making sure the relationship is a priority. The next thing is they are supportive. Now, support doesn't necessarily mean agreement, and this is really difficult for people, especially who have maturity challenges or issues of black and white thinking where they think there's only one right way to do things. You might see this in politics or religious discussions. You might see this in issues of morality and social justice. But a person who understands the value of a friendship is able to support and agree or support and disagree. The support is not hinging upon agreement or alignment. The support remains on the value of the nature of the relationship continuing to grow in a positive and progressive direction. The next is they know how to make you feel better when things are going a little wonky. So that may mean knowing what to say, how to make you laugh, how to get you out of your shell, how to change your surroundings, maybe take you out to dinner or let's go for a drive. They know how to anticipate how to change your emotional state when you're having a rough go of it. And that can be a super valuable way to relate with the world when things get overwhelming. The last is they accept you as you are. Now, making suggestions that you may want to make some changes, yeah, a friend's going to do that. As a matter of fact, they wouldn't be a friend if they didn't, because we want to see the best for our friends at all times. But if you've made a decision about your belief system, if you made a decision about your sexuality, if you made a decision about what you want to do for a career or the type of relationships you want to have, they're going to accept that that's who you are and not try to alter you, except if they feel that it's going to improve your quality of life. But even if they find that something's going to improve your quality of life, they're not going to force you into a direction you don't want to go. So hopefully this has been helpful. And until next time, keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment.